That's it?
Yeah.
So first of all, I want to thank you guys for coming out today. Today I'll be talking about year-round schooling, and the name of my presentation is Out with the Old School. So today we'll be discussing what year-round schooling truly is and misconceptions about it. We'll also be talking about benefits about year-round schooling and how year-round schooling can lead to future student success. So a few misconceptions about year-round schooling. A lot of people think that year-round schooling it means more time in the classroom than traditional school, but in fact, that's not the case. Actually, both traditional schooling schedule and year-round schooling schedule is around 180 days. But year-round schooling has the potential to be a little bit more in length. Another misconception is schooling is every day and there's no breaks at all, which is not the case because in fact there's more breaks. It's just year-round schooling breaks up the schedule into like multiple breaks. So for example, it'll be 3 months in school and then 3 weeks out of school, and it'll continue this cycle all throughout the school year. And a lot of people think that there's no summer break whatsoever in year-round schooling, but that's not the case at all. It's actually just broken down into half. So it's like instead of 10 to 12 weeks like traditional schooling, it's 5 weeks or so. So what year-round schooling truly is, the main purpose is to boost student achievement by more consistent education. So it's a balanced calendar. So like I said, it's three months in school and then 3 weeks out, and it just continues the cycle. It's around 180 days with shorter summers than traditional schooling. It offers intermission, and what intermission is, so in those span of 3 weeks breaks, the last week of each break, they offer students the opportunity to come back to school and catch up what they might have forgotten in that 3 week break span. And yeah, but it's optional. Some schools require it and some are optional, so that would just be by school basis. And only 4% of schools in the United States use year-round schooling schedules. So the benefits of year-round schooling. The more breaks, that kind of eliminates burnout. So students come back from breaks ready to learn, eager to learn again. And this is not just for the students, it's also for the teachers. So the teachers can have better lesson plans and they can use the time in classrooms more efficiently. It also helps manage overcrowding in schools. So what a lot of schools do is that they break down the students into 4 groups, and while 3 groups are in school, 1 group is on break, and then it just continues that cycle of one group being in break and then the rest are in school. It also eliminates the summer slide, and what the summer slide is, it's that loss of education or knowledge during the 10 to 12 week summers in traditional schools. And so since the summers are shorter in year-round schools, that kind of eliminates that loss of knowledge. Because in traditional schooling, a lot of times teachers have to use next year about 3 months of review time teaching what they taught the previous year. But with with year-round schooling, they use about a month or so rather than 3 months. And this is especially helpful for minority and low-income families because a lot of times during traditional summers, the families would send their kids to like educational programs or camps, and they'll get the opportunity to learn. and while low-income students don't have the money to do that, so then uh, their children just sit around all day eating potato chips and gaining weight or playing video games or such. And this, it's not necessarily that one year. It's the accumulation of all that little percentage over the years of elementary, middle school, and high school that adds up. And by the time all the students graduate, that percentage would be so large, and that could mean the difference between getting the job or getting into prestigious university, or getting declined from the job and the prestigious university. And also, this year-round schooling schedule rids the outdated traditional school calendar, because that was invented way back when we were an agricultural economy, and so students will be in school throughout the year for the 9 months, and then the last 3 months they'll be helping on the fields and the crops. But now we don't have that kind of economy, so there's no need for that type of a schedule. And overall, the main thing is to boost student achievement. So how this will help students' future success. It's more like the real world, where in the real world you get PTO, and so your breaks are not 3 months long. You know, they're a week or so, maybe 2 weeks if you have enough, and they're scattered throughout the year, just like the year-round schooling breaks. And overall, you'll get more educated students, because instead of losing that little percentage each and every year, you'll be able to keep that percentage, and then as well as accumulate more knowledge throughout the years. And this will also give minorities a fighting chance, so they won't be left behind. And so this is my works cited page. This is where I got all my information from. So thank you guys for watching my speech.